Hello, hard hats, and welcome back to Construction Simulator. We are back at the research center, and I'm starting over. I am starting over. So, kind of almost where we left off. I did get in last episode we dug out maybe like 4 or 5% of the soil that needed to be removed from here. I worked for about a day and a half, and I got the soil maybe up to like 30 some odd percent. So job difficulty is on medium, and it still is. I think I'm going to skip that step and move on and do other things. But also, thanks to Hawkeye, he kind of explained of how putting in these pipes should go. So we're going to do it the correct way to make life just a little bit easier. So I already got the drill over there. That's already set to go. I've already rented a crane for the day or for the entire job. So let's come in here and we'll set up the crane. So we got that good to go. Let's jump over here and enter. So it may be a different crane than I had the first time, but so be it. Let's go ahead and lower that down here. So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to grab the sleeves first before we drill on down. Which I was wondering that myself in between episodes. I'm like, am I supposed to put the sleeves in first? Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. And Hawkeye confirmed that for me. So let's get over here and we'll drop both of these sleeves. Actually, let me get my camera. You know me, I'm always fiddling with the cameras in Construction Simulator. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time digging out that dirt in the construction site, and it was just taking me forever. And I finally decided, you know what? Since I did these wrong here the first time, and I've had some other people saying, yeah, I got the same problem. And then, you know, Hawkeye said, no, put the sleeves down first. I'm like, well, maybe we should start over and I can show how it's supposed to be done. I think we'll see how it goes. And then that way you guys will learn and I will learn at the same time. And then I'll skip digging out the construction pit. I won't get paid for the job, but, you know, for as long as it was taking me, I'm all right on that. So I would say just be aware if you're coming from the base maps, the European and American map, and coming to here. Because I did jobs on normal on the other map, on the American map. I've only been on the American map just fine. I did accidentally on the American map try to do one job on hard without knowing about it. And I think that was like a parking job, underground parking job I was doing. I'm like, boy, this is taking forever to take out the dirt. So when we came here, I'm like, yeah, we're just going to do it on medium like we always do. And digging out that much dirt is taking me forever. So I don't know if it's just that one job or like the map says when you log on, saying this is like an expert level. So are you sure you're ready to go? So maybe the medium jobs here are like the hard jobs on the regular map. I'm not too sure. All right, let me go ahead and see if I can get this where I want it to be. Oh, it was green there for a second, so I think that's good. Let's go ahead and put it into change mode. All right, so we'll come over to here. Ooh, I may need to go a little bit more forward. I think there is a way to move the drill a little bit forward or backwards. But what we need to do is, and I kind of learned this on the last time, I'm going to go all the way down, hopefully go all the way down, and then as low as I can go. Yeah, I'm low as I can go. Connect the drill, connect the pipe, the sleeve, and we'll put it on down. So this is the way it's supposed to be done. Okay, we got the blue marker. Somebody lift the sun up. I got a little bit of dirt on the pipe, so we're going to come over to here and just shake it off. There we go. All right, let's not fall into the hole, but since we got that drill all kind of set up and lined up, let's go ahead and not move it, and we'll get the other one in also. Yeah, I thought about switching the job over to easy, but if it's just like soil removal, what I can do is just do some of it, and then if it gets to be too much, I'll go ahead and like skip the rest, I guess. I don't want to take that much of a pay cut on the entire job because of all the dirt removal, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so now we got that one lined up. Let's come back over to here. Enter on in. Let's raise that up a little bit more to get it up and over. And then slowly lower that down on in. I'm not going to connect it until we're all the way down. That way I know I'm getting the best use out of my drill here. So we got to get it up to 75%, which I was on the first episode. But like I said, after learning that I was doing it not quite correctly and I was tired of digging out the dirt, I figured let's go ahead and we'll do it correctly this time, I think. Just got to get up to 75%, which we are. Perfect. Let's take the drill on out. And then a decouple. Sometimes I have a hard time getting this drill to come on out. I'm hitting A to decouple, but a couple times when I was testing I didn't have to. Well, if it doesn't come on out, then I'll just reset it here. Come on. And then all of a sudden it'll just lift on up. All right, I've waited long enough. We'll just reset it like that. There we go. We're all set for that. Let me go ahead and... Oh, got to go into driving mode. Let me get the camera around this way so I can kind of see a little bit better. Probably right where it needs to be. Oh, look at that. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. Yeah, so I'm not even going to bother digging out any dirt in the construction pit. And I just started the whole new save over because... oh, I didn't connect. That would help out. Yeah, I just started to restart the whole save game over again because... digging out for 2 days, I was paying rental fees on equipment. So I figured, let's just start over. Let me bring this over here and give it a little shimmy shake. Alright, let's not fall down any of the holes. Yeah, this is not the crane I was using before. I know that much. Couldn't remember which crane I was using, but it's like, you know what? Doesn't matter. We didn't buy it. We're just renting stuff for now. Hopefully by the end of this job, this whole research center job, that we should be able to afford some equipment for the company. We got the same company name, and I actually saw we actually got the same symbol as what we do on the American map. Alright, so of course I have the crane right in the way of our view here, but I think it would be good. So same thing, just got to get up to 75%. I think if I were to dig out the construction pit, I think it might take me like 4 or 5 hours to get it all done. Okay, up comes the drill. Okay, this time you're going to lift right on out. What was different than the first time? Not too sure. I really don't have to do anything here, but I'm going to clean that off. Alright, let's go ahead and put this into driving mode and then get it off the job site here. So the next step is actually pouring concrete, which someone else said, and I don't have that comment up. That kind of confused me a little bit because when you go to the job description, it doesn't show that you need a concrete pump or any way to fill those on up. Now I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I could do it one of two ways. We can just get a cement mixer and pour it on in, or get a concrete pump to put it on in. That's far enough off the job site. So, from doing other jobs, I've seen comments on my older construction sim videos And apparently there is a vehicle dealer. Let's go ahead and enter. Let's see here. Sorting out machines, telehandlers, concrete pumps. I think it's a concrete mixer pump. That's what people were talking about right here. So it's a combination of the mixer and the pump that I always have the setup on. Does it matter which one? Are they all like the same size? I think so, at least for this. We'll go ahead and get this. We got the Scania. Let's get the Scania. We'll rent that. All right, let's come on down here and hop into that vehicle. And I'm just going with this because I'm probably going to need it on future parts of this job, I'm sure. All right, fast travel back up to there. I don't know what the capacity is for the concrete, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know what the... I'm pretty sure the pump isn't as... Oh, I could just use the chute in the back as well? Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But I'm guessing the pump may not be able to reach as far as the other pumps I was using on older episodes or other jobs that we did. But with this, instead of using the pump itself, I should be able just to... back up and empty out the chute, right? I hope. First, I probably need to fill it up with concrete, because that helps. Pouring on. Why won't you go chute on? Is there a chute extension for that? Oh, I see. The chute's got to go into the... Okay. I think I am going to have to use the pump. Yeah, first time using this, so give me a moment here. I thought I was going to be able to go right out the back, but I think what it's doing is chute on. Pouring on, so it's going to pour it into the pump. Right, because I can't pour it right into... Ooh, unless we can go further out the side. Ooh, I might be able to go further out the side. Hang on a second. All right, let me get the camera around. No, I don't think that's going to reach. Unless it's going to go through the truck. Is this going to work? Oh, that will work. All right, so there's number one. Just drive right over it like we always do with our concrete mixers and such. It's good for the tires. All right, let's go ahead and turn pouring off here. All right, clear the marked area. Where am I going? Let's go over here. Deliver the gravel. Okay, let's get out of there. All right, so now we need a dump truck. And articulated. Let's go with the Sani, because that is kind of like the last DLC that came out. Or the latest, one of the latest DLCs that came out. Let's go ahead and rent that. Feels kind of weird that I'm renting things. We haven't had to do that in a long time. Let's go ahead and enter there. Got to get everything up to the job site, like we always do. And when I was doing the airport job, someone also left a helpful comment saying, it's not the amount of gravel that you bring up, it's the area that you're covering. So, oh, wait a minute. I haven't, wait a minute. I got to come into here, jobs, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to come on down here, make sure we're on the right one. Construction pit, excavation. We're going to skip this task like I did. I did about 30 some odd percent. It took me a while to get there. We're just going to go ahead and do that. At least you saw me do some of it on the first part, or the first episode of the research center. Camera angles always get me in this game. All right, fill it up with gravel, right? Yep, deliver and spread gravel. So we're going to raise this on up. And they said it's the area that I'm covering. Wait a minute. You know what? You know what I'm doing? I'm being an idiot. What am I doing? I'm delivering the gravel in the wrong area. I hope that doesn't cause a problem. Why did I come down here? I have no idea. Oh, it's late at night. I shouldn't be doing this. Can I get up the hill? Why are we not moving forward? Let me come back over here. All right, let's get up. I need to be pouring the gravel down up here. All right, let's go ahead and reset this, because apparently I can't get up that hill for some reason. There we go. That's where I need to pour it. Don't ask questions. If you're new here, you just learned that I'm an idiot. For those who've been here for a long time, you're just going to say typical. So I just wasted about $20,000 worth of gravel. Actually, $40,000 apparently. I spread it out by driving over it? Apparently not. Alright, so I thought I was back further than what I thought I was. Let's see here. Let me park this over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to lease, because why not? We're going to lease a wheel loader. Actually, there's one right here. Let's go ahead and rent that. And we should be able to spread that out with a wheel loader, I hope. Because that looks like way more gravel than what we need there. Let's get this on the other side. Not much room to move around here, but I think we'll make it work. We'll drive right over the sticks and the rebar that's all here. Alright, so we got it up to 85%. Okay, we got it up to 100%. Can I grab the gravel that's here? Yeah, give me some money, because I've spent a lot and wasted a lot. Can I just pour this right in the back here? I can. I wonder if that gravel is still down there. Because what I would do is I would go grab that. It's $40,000, and right now that's a lot of gravel. I didn't want to dig out this stuff, but oh, it's down there. So I may end up doing this off cam. How much gravel is this? It's not going to be that many trips. But what I'll do is I'll put this all in the back of the dump truck, and I should be able to empty it. When I empty it, I should get the money for the gravel that's in the back. Paying for my mistakes now. A little bit more extra work. Maybe spilling some over the side, but whoop, no. There's only so much you can do about it. Actually, let me get on out, and before I go much further here, if I go here, empty, 15,641. I mean, it's more than what I would have gotten if I just left it there, right? Alright, so it is nighttime, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the rest of the gravel out of there, put it back into this Sani, and we'll sell it, get my money back, at least some of it. I'm wondering if I'm done with that drill. 'Cause this is what I gotta do in the first job, at least. With the things that I'm leasing, I don't know what I'm going to need further on down the line unless I check every job. I'm just going to go ahead and park that right here. Whoop, park that right here. Let me check on the job here. Unpacking slab foundation. Unpacking slab foundation. Ceiling basement. Do I need it for unpacking? Telescope foundation. I'm just looking for anything that says drilling. Or anything that shows that I need it for. I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is vehicle fleet. And we are going to return that, so I don't get charged an extra amount of money for the rental. Yeah, I think we're good with everything else. All right, so I'm going to spend the nighttime here. I'm going to get the rest of the gravel, sell that, so I can get my money back up a little bit. Just remember, we started this job with $600,000. I've had at least a lot, and of course, I just paid for some gravel, but I'm going to get some of my money back if I can spit that out. And from the gravel that I just wasted. Then it'll be morning time. We'll go buy all this material that we need, and we'll get it in place and keep on going. All right, I got most of it. Let me go ahead and sell the rest that's in here. Another $4,000 back to my bank account, so not a total loss on that. All right, let's go ahead and, oh, wrong button. Let's go ahead and coffee break until the morning hours, please. All right, so I don't think I want to get everything. This is a pretty big job here, so I don't think I want to grab everything, but it looks like I need 3 rebar mesh, 4 pallets of concrete framework, and 1 pallet of wood. So 3, 4, 1. Buildings material store, where is that here? Buildings material dealer. Filter by job. Pallet of wood. You know, let's just grab both of those. Rebar, I said, I think it was 3, but we'll grab 4. And I think it was pallet for concrete framework, right? I think I needed 4 of those. Yes. Right, I think that's right. We want to deliver to the construction site for 1,560. And that should be... Is it all over here? Yeah, it's right all over there. All right, let's see if we got everything. If we don't, then we'll take care of it in just a moment. All right, so we got rebar mesh. Okay, so it looks like one of them needs to go here. All right, and the concrete framework, we need 2 of those. I don't know if it's just me or whatnot, but this crane that I'm using seems to be faster than other cranes I've used. Might be just my imagination. And I have gone into the graphics settings looking for motion blur, because I do get that once in a while. It might be the DLSS kicking in and giving me the motion blur. Am I too low? Yeah, too low. Alright, and this has got to go... There were some on the ramp over here. Alright, I need to be like right here, I think. There we go. Now my controls are a little bit better. So we did start with $600,000 when we got down to our building. At least when we started this job anyways. So I've spent $70,000. Another rebar mesh. And once I get certain stages of the job done, like always, we will get some money coming on in. Alright, so let's grab a pallet of wood and get that over there. The building's material store didn't look like it had that much material for this whole job. So I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of material from other places. Too bad this crane can't pick up multiple things at once. Or maybe it can, I just don't know. I don't know about it. Because I would grab both of the concrete framework at the same time, but being a crane, I think that might be a little bit unsafe. Although I'm pretty sure the crane could handle the weight no problem. Alright, another one down. One more to go. I would have to say crane work is my favorite part of a construction simulator. I don't know why. Maybe because it's easy. Alright, now he's got to unpack the material. I just want to get the crane out of the way. We'll spin it on over here where the delivery stuff is. Okay, let's do the hokey pokey and unpacking this stuff. And we'll come over to here and unpack the other stuff. Pour slab foundation will be the next step. Am I close enough? Probably not. Alright, pour the slab foundation. I assume it's all that down there. Am I doing this as well? I didn't compact this, though. But that's definitely one of them. Let's just go ahead and back right up to the job site here. Do I have to, like on the other one, change mode? Alright, yep, so we definitely got to put the legs on out. Question is, did I leave myself enough? Am I close enough? I know it sounds weird to say that, but I'm so used to the other pumps. Yeah, this looks like it will reach. We all know how I love to use this stuff. Oh, maybe it is not long enough. Come on, get a little. I only can reach the center. Can't see if the chute. Oh, can I not move the chute? Oh, this is not going to be good. I can't move the chute once the arm is expanded. Because that's not going in. Well, let me turn this on, and if I run out, which I'm sure, yeah. All right, so I guess I got to reset it. Okay, so now that's on. Let me go ahead and turn the pouring on. Now it's going in there. Now let me extend this again. Yeah, I'm going to have to move this. Of course, I mean, I did park it far enough away, didn't I? Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe it'll get up to 100%, but I doubt it. Hitting the back of the cement truck, that's why I can't get it over. I mean, I want to get it to like 80 some odd percent, but that's about as best I'm going to do. Yep, 88%. All right. Reset. Change mode. And that should be good. Turn the pouring on again. Alright, so there is... Okay, maybe not. Hang on. We're still here, so we'll turn the pouring back on again. Okay, I thought we were going to be done, but... machine is empty. Not a problem. We can just go ahead and fill it on up. Turn the pouring on. Turn that back on. Okay, that says it's 100% done. Clear the marked area. All right, let's reset that. Drive a mode. We'll clear the marked area, plus we'll get on down and start pouring the other one. Yeah, so this is a nice machine to have. You know, without the separate concrete mixer, having to fill it, get out, fill it. You're constantly in here, so thank you for telling me about that a while ago, if you're the one that left a comment about it. It was a few episodes ago, which also means it was a long time ago. Ooh, can I not get down here? How about if I go at a better angle here? Can I get the truck down here? Alright, sort of. If I leave it parked here, am I going to be able to reach? I'm not going to be able to reach that far. Alright, we'll be able to do most of it, but then I'll probably have to move the truck over to the other side and do it there. But that is fine. Change driving mode. Oops, I'm still in camera mode here. Let's go ahead and now extend this on out. Turn that pouring on. Turn that pouring on. Let me turn the camera here to see where the... arm actually is here. I'm done filling that up. What else am I pouring here? Trying to figure out exactly what I'm pouring. Am I pouring anything for that? Is that counted in? I don't think that's part of it. Now the question becomes, am I too close? Which I've been many times here. Yep, too close. Where it's going to fold up on me. Now let's just spin the arm around here and we'll get what we can get done. See, 33% done. Whoops, I am on the ground. Let's raise that up a little bit. Trying to get the farthest corner there. Making a sloppy job out of this like I always do. Machine's empty, but luckily, like you guys now told me about this machine, I'll have to leave the vehicle. Did I catch it in time? I think she's still pouring, which is good. So I filled it up without even having to reset everything. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't turn that on. Wait, is that not on? I think it's going to fold up on me because I'm just getting too close to the truck. Yep. Alright, let me go ahead and reset that. Still think I parked a little bit too close for most of it, but I'm hoping that I can get the rest of this done here. Unpack construction material. Alright, so yeah, I still parked a little bit too close. I'm either too close or too far. I'm never in a good spot with a concrete pump. I'm hoping I can get this out of here because we are bottoming out on the back end. I guess what I can do is just reset the whole vehicle and just get it out there. That way, that'll work. Unpack construction material. And let me guess, pour the walls. Of course, pour the walls. So we got a little bit more pouring to do. But overall, how are we doing on the job itself here? We're 89% done with the first step. You can see currently, actually the second step was the foundation. We should get paid a good amount of money currently. We should get paid almost $250,000, which would be nice. And then we move on to the ceiling construction. You can see what we get paid per procedure or per step. But we'll be paying for materials as we go along. But I think we're going to continue that next time. But a lot further along than what we were the first episode of the research center. Yeah, just digging out all that dirt would have taken me forever. Yeah, under the way I was doing it on the original USA map, steps like that on normal conditions, wouldn't have been too bad. It probably would have taken me, I would assume a job like that would have taken me maybe like half hour, 40 minutes. But I spent about, 45 minutes to an hour or so. And it only got me up to like 30 some odd percent. So it would have been a couple more hours of just digging out dirt. And it was getting harder and harder because I removed all the dirt that was on this upper layer. I was then getting ready to come on down with the wheel loader. I had to get all the dirt that was in that area. And then it would just been longer trips up and down with the excavator coming over here and getting dirt out and going on up. But then again, people would have said, yeah, definitely get a dump truck and remove it that way. But yeah, either way, it would have been a long job. So, I mean, we did some of the digging out. I think that's what we'll do for future steps when it gets to be too much. If it gets to be too much, then we'll just go ahead and skip it. But I will do some of the job if we do something like that in the future. We'll just do a little bit of it and then skip the rest of it. But anyways, we are now up to a quarter of the way through on the research center. Some more concrete pouring gets to be done, so that'll be, as always with me, exciting things to do. But this little machine here, helpful little hint that you guys gave me about getting the mixer and the pump all in one, and also telling me how to put in the drilling the sleeves in. You gotta put the sleeves on first and then drill. Makes life a lot easier. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here at Construction Simulator, but until then, have a good one.